Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the ACA heavyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestler. He stands 187 centimeters tall. His official weight, 106.05 kilos. His pro record stands at 8 victories, opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Prague, the Czech Republic, here is Michal Blackbeard Martinek. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striker. He stands 195 centimeters tall. His official weight, 122.5 kilos. His pro record stands at 9 victories, opposite 5 defeats. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, USA, here is Daniel, the American Predator, James. And our referee in charge of the action, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean will take charge of this heavyweight contest. You look at the tail of the tape there. Daniel James, height and reach over Martinek. All set for our feature bout of the preliminary card here at ACA 114. Daniel James in the red corner. Michal Martinek in the blue. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett here calling the action. And Chicago, Illinois will be standing up and watching this fight on Thanksgiving over there in the US of A. Huge following this man has got, understandably so. A great personality, a real great energy to have around the ACA hotel, but knows he has a real job on his hands against Martinek. Martinek pouring out, uses that lead hand as a rangefinder, then follows it up. But the size, the difference is massive. And James, despite being a heavyweight, actually missed weight for the first time in his career yesterday. So there will be a big weight advantage on the side of Daniel James as well. Martinek has got to be very careful not to get caught up against the cage by that.
Yeah, Martinek, I mean, I've always been impressed with his movement. He's going to have to use it tonight, where Dan James is a bit more of that standing there, intimidating sort of factor. Intimidating figure is indeed with a lot of power.
Huge power. A very gifted athlete as well. Physically, hasn't really had to say, he works hard on his strength and conditioning and all that, but he hasn't had to work for the size of him. Naturally gifted in that area.
I'm liking the head movement shown by Martinek, you know, like his eyes very switched on. I know his hands are low, but he's trying to bait him in for a punch there, just move that away.
That is Martinek's game. You look back at his fights, his record of 8-1, those 8 victories, 7 of those by finish, 6 knockouts, 1 submission. He is a very, very articulate striker. Baits you in, uses the slips to try and open up the opportunities, and he can also leave you like a rabbit in the headlights sometimes because of his movement. Because he doesn't move like a heavyweight. He moves like a welterweight with his upper body movement.
I don't know. It'd be hard to say. He had any sort of boxing sort of experience, but the way
100%, I think that is the case. Some sort of boxing, definitely striking is his forte, and he's done very well to stop the powerful Daniel James from taking him to the mat. Then.
He's got to feel like this is not really a position Martinek would want to be. You can see him now trying to disengage and get back out. Because Daniel James, once he gets hold of you, you can just feel his power.
Well, just the weight alone as well.
Yeah.
The heavyweight that has to cut, that's a huge guy. Martinek separating once again, center of the cage. These two will duel it out. James, a slower start from him. I was expecting a little bit more urgency in the opening exchanges, but I guess that comes from the respect of understanding just how powerful Martinek's strikes are.
No, I think that's also a testament to Martinek, the way he's moving. It's not like a still target. It's not easy to hit. So, and Daniel James may be thinking of punching. He's just not there. It's very, very hard to like mimic in heavyweights. Most heavyweights stand there and fight you, where Martinek's doing a good job of staying in, staying out. So he completely out of range, hands down. He knows he's out of range, trying to bait Daniel James in to throw a punch.
Yeah, Martinek is a unique striker in that respect, especially in the heavyweight division. Daniel James, though, been sharing rounds with Tony Johnson. We'll see him in our main event, vie for that heavyweight title against Daniel Omelianchuk. Oh, a nice jab there from Daniel James, starting to get his range a little. Oh, a Superman punch there from...
That was lovely. Superman punch, switching it into like a left hook when he was in range.
50 seconds of round one, and the volume, the output, and the accuracy, you have to say, is on the side of Martinek so far.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of giving like different little looks, He's going southpaw, orthodox, staying out of range, trying to find little openings to get in where Daniel James's head normally stays there quite a bit, and he's doing a good job of just getting in and out.
Take 2 steps next time. So keep that chin down. Hands up. When he leaves on that leg, rip it.
Now a few more feints from James, trying to push Martinek back. Martinek jabbing the body, feints the... Oh, and now they're connected. Martinek's left hand has dropped James. Herb Dean keeping an eye on this. The 10-second clacker came, and the fight came alive. Let's see how Daniel James gets back to his feet. He got caught certainly there. The left hand still on wobbly legs.
It was actually Martinek that got clipped first in that exchange, and he was hurt, and then Daniel James came rushing in, and then he got hurt, and he got dropped down. Nearly finished towards the end of that round.
Wow, that came alive, literally, as that 10-second clacker came. Mayhem ensued. Daniel James, though, was going to have to shake off some cobwebs. A hard left hand. Let's have a look back at this. There's the Superman punch early on. We saw some exquisite striking coming from Martinek. There we go. There's the left hand that clipped Martinek. And then he responded with 2 lefts of his own.
Done a good job of not taking as much damage as he could have done holding him down, but there. Oh, good left hook there on the inside. Charging forward. Testament to Daniel James's chin there, and that landed pretty flush.
Not flush, he was slightly off balance, so he went back, but still on wobbly legs when he got back up. Oof. Round 2 set for this heavyweight contest. If this is a taste of what we might get in our main event as well. Wow. Putting on a show, both these heavyweights. More urgency now from James, moving forward, pouring out that left jab, swinging.
Yeah, it kind of seems a little bit more angry kind of thing. They got dropped.
Yeah, I think the Giant has been woken up with that final exchange.
Ragdolling Martinek here against the cage.
And this is a good spot for Daniel James early on in this second round.
Yeah, he's came out with a different purpose altogether. As if anything, that game drop kind of woken him up.
And now the size, that weight is going to play a part up against the cage. It's a...
Sometimes it's a pride thing when you get hurt. You're like, right, that's it. I want to get you back.
Yeah.
You know, like he has that sort of mindset now coming forward. He's throwing some lot of heat as well there by him before they got engaged in this position.
When you look at weight classes, the jump in heavyweight, 225 pounds up to 265. Anywhere you can sit in that range, and so sometimes you can see, as we are seeing now, people with 5, 6, 7, 8 kilograms on each other, and that's a lot of weight to carry on top on within a fight.
Especially in these sort of positions where you're up against it, so you're hanging your weight on them. And especially if he hits the mat, when you're that sort of big, you have to be on top. If you're on bottom, it's still hard for you to get back up because you're carrying so much weight. So it's definitely about who lands on top.
Nice turnaround from Daniel James in this second round. Talked to him yesterday. He feels much better in Poland than his first trip. First trip he never really acclimatized, didn't sleep well, never shook it off. This time made sure he got here, he trained, stayed awake, and then got his body clock on Polish time as soon as he could. And also give a shout out his fiance and his 5-year-old son. He's told me the height of his 5-year-old son. You can tell I got some of Daniel James's DNA in there. He seems like a twice your height already, Brad.
That's not hard, to be fair.
Oh, Martinek. That movement has slowed down a little now. Maybe the big deep breaths from Martinek.
A little weight up against the cage. And also sometimes it could be the adrenaline rush where he thought he had the fight won. At the end of the first, came rushing in.
Yeah.
Used a lot of energy trying to finish there. And this round, he hasn't had a chance really to settle. A very laboured jab there as well.
Threw that out, but nothing behind. Even just his footwork, his base is much closer. The gate between his legs, even switching stances.
I think slowed down dramatically here, Brian.
And I think James weighing on him has taken a lot of that out as well. Oh, now he's going to this is big. Daniel James taking the back of Martinek here in round number 2.
Yeah, this is a bad position to be in when a heavyweight's on your back.
Oh, big shots. Daniel James looking for the finish here in Poland. Crucifix position now as well, that beat-down position. Oh, horrible. James finishing the fight strong. Big hooks, that is it. Daniel James, Chicago, stand up. Daniel James, the Predator, from adversity, getting dropped in the first round, comes back and finishes Martinek in the second. Stunning comeback performance from that man, the Predator, Daniel James.
Like we said, Brian, he seemed to got woken up after the end of that first round. Came out with a man with a different sort of purpose in round number 2. Did not give Martinek a chance to get into this round and finish off in a really dominant position, bouncing Martinek's head off the canvas with some brutal ground and pound.
Yeah, that beat-down position, once it was there, Herb Dean, right on top of the action. That is all she wrote. Look how excited that corner is. He's brought an army out here with him as well, like 3 or 4 cornermen. That is one happy man, a well-earned victory.
Very elated and emotional corner, but that's how much being a corner man as well. You know how much winning means to a fighter, so you win and lose as a team. And we look back at the action here, Brian. It was this ground and pound made him turn over, going to his side. That punches there, and he just bulldozed him down here, flattened him out, got him in a beat-down position, and his mouthpiece was flying out.
There we go.
Look, you see here, his mouthpiece was flying out. Boom. His mouth wide open.
Oh, wow. A stunning, devastating finish by the Predator. There he is.
He's pointing at you, Brian. He wants a piece of you next.
Listen, I ain't ready for any of that heat. Let's make it official. Let's hand it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Herb Dean, steps in and calls a stop to a fight at 3 minutes, 32 seconds into round number 2 for your winner by TKO, Daniel, the American Predator,